We're now going to go through Annex J, the participant exit form. You'll bring up the client's page, and we're going to pretend that, what's his name, Donalda's dog has got himself a job. So the first thing we're going to have to do is to create this particular job. So press on Tracker and Add. Okay, and this will bring up, when it thinks about it, a new page. Add Tracker. So he's gone for a job. It's a new item in his record. So new's fine. You've got rejected, resolved, close. We're only interested in new. Okay. And the drop down menu here also shows apprenticeships, trainees, education, self-employment, job search, which is one of our aims, basic skills. Okay. Assignee, well, that's you basically. Let's find me. Here I am. Let's put it there. And the description, it's a job as a circus performer. That'll do, because what we're going to do is add the organisation. Now you've got a drop down menu here, and it does take time to show, but it might well be in there what you're looking for. Okay, I'm going to make something up, so it's going to be, and you can do, well, not make it up, but if you come across something that is a new organisation, you're going to have to create one yourself. So we're going to call it Trump's Circus. Okay, and the owner is going to be you again, or in this case me. There we go. And category, it's going to be, where are we? We'll call it arts and crafts. That's nice, because that's what he is. Very crafty. Alright, and save. Simple as that. And there we go. You don't have to add an address, you don't have to add a contact. Create a start date. We'll use today's date. Well, it's highly unlikely he'll join and leave on the same day, but we'll use today's date. You don't have to put in an end date. In fact, we ask you not to, so please don't do that. As far as the days are concerned, we don't truly know what days the individual will work, so just tick a couple to be getting on with, and then add some times as well. That'll be absolutely fantastic there. Okay, and save. And it's busy saving. There we go. And you'll find that he has a new job as a circus performer. It's there in Tracker. Now what we've got to do is stop. Big hand, stop. Okay. When it finally comes up, you've got a drop down there on the stop program window there, little box, and that's what he's going to do, and that's the leaving date, and we press OK, and you get an Annex J pop-up. As with all the other forms, you've got to put in your organisation. Okay, so that's ours, that's the leaving date, everything here, just check it. He's employed. Now without outcome, I'll deal with that in a second, and it will show you a different set of bits and pieces here. Education and training, whatever the participant exits to, you should find something in here, unless it's without an outcome. Okay, so we've got employment, and he's going to join Trump Circus as a circus performer. Alright, and we scroll down to, don't need to do any of these, down to 7. Just check those boxes there, make sure the date is right, and similarly here, organisation hasn't come up there, and you click save. Now what you can have done is to have run off, if you go to the funders page and run off an Annex J, you can create it longhand and get the individual to sign it there. But what you can also do is print this off, print the compliance document off, and you'll see it's popped up there, leaving document, that's it. Okay, just to show you. Somewhere. Very slowly it will turn up. Beginning to build. Take your time. It is very slow. But what you'll see eventually is a PDF copy of the Annex J that we have just created. Okay, take my word for it, I'll just delete that and come back to here. But you'll be able to print that off, get the individual to sign, and then scan the document in to documents. Alright, and in there. Alright, and you'll find that this line here, the program line, has changed from show, whiz and the likes, and the stop sign there with a big hand, and that means the individual has left the project. Okay, and that's that. If, however, you have an individual that has just disappeared off the face of the earth, and it happens, you'll have to create you'll exit without an outcome. That's what we're going to do. And I've created somebody here. We started to compile a file for ZiggyZoomer when it comes up, hopefully. But we haven't seen hide nor hair of this individual for what, 3-4 months, something like that. So what we're going to do, hopefully, when it opens, is here we go. It's ZiggyZoomer. Okay. Move test group. We haven't spoken to this person or phoned him. They're not returning emails or whatever. So we're going to bite the bullet and we're going to say goodbye ZiggyZoomer. You don't have to create an outcome, so we don't use the tracker. You'll just press stop. And this will pop up again, but there's nothing to enter in the drop down menu. Just press OK. You'll put in your own organization, and the individual, hopefully he will have given you something like that, but if he hasn't, then fair enough. We'll just say he hasn't. Alright, and that's one of the problems where we've got to move on. So remains unemployed, and he was, say, 36 months when he came to us. He's 36 months as far as we're aware now. And all these are ticked. There's the date. You're not going to get a signature, so be aware of that. You're not going to get a signature, but you can sign this. So you can save this. And in a second, we'll be able to go to ZiggyZoomer's compliance documents. And there you go, there's a leaving document there. If you opened it up, you'd be able to print it off, sign it yourself, because you've got to sign it, and get it back in there. What I would suggest is that you make notes of what's happened. You can add a new note, and no sign of Mr. Zoomer for the past 4 months. No response to any of our emails or letters. Phone appears to have been disconnected. Okay, so you've done everything you can to try and find the individual, and we shall add the note. Okay, and there's a note. All right. So that's that. That's exiting without an outcome. Simple as. You'll find that people like, let me just refresh the page. When this comes back up, you'll see that old Ziggy, bless him, has moved to the end because we've actually played about with this file. Where is he? He's gone. Ziggy Zoomer, come on Ziggy. No, he's disappeared. Oh dear. I don't know where he's gone. Zoomers, I can't see him at all. User any. But anyway, he's gone. But what you would see is something like that, notes 1. You can actually open these up separately. Okay. I don't know where Mr. Zoomer is, but there we go. But he would, or should, normally appear on there. It's probably just taken its time to find its way onto the system. But that's Annex J. Okay. As end.